Good Friday morning. Oh, I need to turn on some lights. I'm blind. I'm blind. Dun, dun, dun. How's everybody doing? Oh, it would help if I unmuted. Hi, Bumcrack. Hi, Bearded. Hi, Lag. Hi, Diane. Yeah, might as well rock. I'm rocking it like it's 1975. Hey, 75. First year of college. Yay. How's everybody doing? I was still rocking when I was, let's see, 75. No, I would have been 19. Yeah, I was still rocking it in when I was 19. Hi, Scan. Oh, co-hosts are trickling in.
Good morning.
Hi, Tom. How
I've
you
got my
doing?
camera off because I'm bleeding like a pig because I shaved this morning, and between old skin and blood thinners, I just takes forever to stop.
I'm joining the revolution.
Oh yeah, you in your rocking chair too?
Um,
What's that big green thing there?
I'm just showing the hand.
Oh, there you go.
Oh wait a minute, let y'all see the pretty ring. There you go.
Alabama.
Hey, it's terrible when I get a text this morning that just says I don't want to talk about a basketball game last night. Bite me. Did
So Alabama must have won, huh?
did Ron did the nurse wake you up and stick the old finger in the rear end this morning? Ron Harbor sent me that message this morning. The only SEC team to lose yesterday was A&M. So I sent him back a message saying, "Well, he's the coach of the year. That means something, right?"
That's right. Oh, yep. We're in the best time to be a Dallas Cowboys football fan. The off season.
I saw a thing with Jerry Jones the other day, and he was talking about how comparing Dak to Tom Brady, and how Dak was at the point Tom Brady was, where he's about to just take over. And I'm like, you were on crack, dude. He's coming off a season where he threw more interceptions than anybody else. What the hell? That's Tom Brady has led a lot. He's not led interceptions in his career.
Oh,
You know they make electric razors, so
Yeah, I just told Roberta I need to get one until I get off this blood thinner because I look like hell.
oh my god, you'd have been better off not shaving.
you're
No, I'm
not
starting to
supposed to
look like
shave all the way
Todd.
down. You're
I
not
started to
supposed
look
to
like you
shave
and
all the
Todd.
way.
I don't want to look old.
Hey, Tom, you're not supposed to shave all the way down to the veins.
Yeah,
You're
y'all
not
just.
supposed to take that layers of skin off when you're shaving. Good grief.
Well, I have a real razor. I have a safety razor that's not safe.
I use my Gillette three blade. What do you call that? Ultra or something.
Let me explain to you. You can't use a straight razor on crooked skin. There you go.
Yeah, Lag likes Dak Prescott because that means the Eagles are just going to keep winning.
Why is it blowing a lot?
Did you pay the power bill?
I just when I came out this morning, the breaker was tripped. I don't know why.
Beards in the dark. Trip the breaker. How come it didn't take out your computer power?
It's just the lights.
Oh,
The lights are on a circuit by themselves, and all the lights are just LED lights. There's hardly nothing on that circuit. Just a bunch of LED lights.
that's weird. LEDs don't use all that much power.
No, but I have an outside plug. I don't know if they're on the same one, but it's never worked in the building. I didn't catch it when the guy built it, the electrician, that plug has never worked.
Did you see what Anissa said? She said Franklin's messing with you. He keeps running back there and flipping that breaker.
He would too.
He probably got his tail stuck in the outside light socket.
Yeah. Yeah.
He would. He's already been walking all over top of me this morning like I'm some kind of giant play toy.
Yeah, next time the light goes off, there might be somebody standing behind you.
So that Alka-Seltzer gum I showed you yesterday, one person bought all 4 packs, $80 worth.
That's a good sale.
So it sounds like people just need to get out and start going through Podunk, North Carolina, and Chitlin Strut, South Carolina, all those old stores, and looking. We'll see what they got.
That probably ain't gonna be done because my friend lives out there and she's pretty thorough.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a good one. 87.52 for 4 packs of gum that are gonna be maybe 8 ounces to ship.
And this, I don't understand why they're so expensive either. She says, "Why is razor blade so expensive?" I mean, it's cheap plastic with metal that wears out after a couple of shaves. If you get a couple out of it,
I cut myself shaving maybe 10 years ago.
Looks like Tom cut himself in like 12 places.
I did. My skin is just so thin.
You could just grow a beard and forget about it.
Just admit it. You smarted off of Roberta and she socked you.
No, she said, maybe you're bad at shaving. No, once the blade wears down some, then I don't cut myself so. It's just irritating. And then
Bitcoin.
She got...
What?
Bitcoin is up 7%.
Well, it was down 70%, so it's still got a ways to go. Let's see, what's it up to? Ooh, yeah, it is up some.
I know where it's at. What is Bitcoin at these days?
Bitcoin to the moon. Look at it jump today. 26,695. It got down to like 17. Now it's at 26.
It's probably going to continue to follow gold because there's a lot of people that believe that as the financial system crashes, it's a viable alternative as a currency. It's too expensive. It's too expensive to mine it, though. The production of Bitcoin is ridiculous.
Gold, almost 1950.
Yep.
Da, da, da. What's silver doing? Silver.
Probably the same. It's probably got the same chart.
Yeah, silver jumped over $22 an ounce. Boom.
Well,
Boom shakalaka.
Todd's just richer.
Nah, you're not rich until you cash it in.
Yeah. Then you got to be able to find somebody that can pay you in something that you need.
Yeah, razor blades. I get every last possible shave I can out of mine. Sometimes I'll go 2 months on one blade.
Dang, Todd, but you don't. How much of your face do you actually shave? You get most of it's beard.
I do, I don't know, a little over half of my beard gets shaved. But I'm down to shaving about once a week. When you're retired, you don't have to shave every day to go to teach little kids how to play a trumpet.
Yeah. Can you actually play all the instruments, Todd?
Yeah, I'm a professional player that making the big bucks in the New York. I tried out for the New York Met, but they said I was too good for their organization.
Okay. Because my band director back in the dark ages, Louis B. Uh, you know, he could grab up a damn flute and play a flute in a minute, and then run over and grab up a trombone and play a trombone. He could play everything.
Yeah, some of them I'm not very good with, like bassoon and oboe, and I never could get around on the stringed instruments like violin and cello and stuff.
See, we didn't have any string instruments. All we had was traditional band instruments.
But I mean, if you teach band for a couple of decades, you're going to get pretty, you know, kids have to get into like third year of high school before they can play better on you on just about any instrument.
Y'all are harsh. I've never even watched The Music Man.
The music, man.
Is that the one where they're scamming the town? That if you think it, you can play it.
I said
That was a
oboe. Oboe, not bozo. Like doesn't know what an oboe is.
Well, it seems like another one of our young Alabama would be entrepreneurs business was wrecked yesterday.
What happened?
Incoming freshman was caught with all kinds of weed and scales and a gun down in Florida.
So his career has been cut short. Huh?
Sadie, you can play guitar like you can, and you can't read the notes. I'll be darned.
I had a cousin that played piano by ear.
And his whole family
can't read a note. Couldn't read a note, but she could. If you sat down and played the song, give her about 30 minutes and she could pick it up.
You play the bassoon? Dang. I'll be darned. So you just look at the chords, you just play the chords, huh?
I guess. Well, there's what's that? There's three guys that does the full chord hits. Roberta, what is that song? What is that group that plays? The three guys as a comedy actor. They do the full chord notes.
I don't have any idea.
Well, anyway, there's a YouTube video of a guy. It's three guys and the Australians, and it's if you Google or if you search in YouTube, full chord hits. Anyway, they come in and the guy says, all the major hits you can play with 4
Oh,
chords.
it's the axis of awesome.
Yeah, Axis of Awesome. My
4
brilliant
chord
wife told me.
hits.
4 chords, and they can play all these songs.
It's the four. It's 4 chord songs.
Yeah.
That a bunch of Elvis's music was just like
Well,
4 chords.
if you see rock and rollers, the keyboardists, they're not playing Liberace style. They're just playing chords. Unless they got a solo and then they throw a little ding-a-ling-a-ling in there, but otherwise it's just 4 chords. Or it's chords.
I see. An email.
What's that, Nishana? North Garden, taken behind the scenes of her charity. Huh. I don't know her. Oh, Tom's the one losing blood. I still got all of mine.
I meant to type Tom. Sorry.
That's all right.
I'm still recovering from the brightness of the lights coming back on.
Where's the puppy at?
Shh. Those little assholes are inside.
Everybody start calling them that.
I finally put up a couple of new lights in here. It's not quite the bat cave like it was.
It's raining. It's raining, so they're not outside.
Is it? Well, let's clear here.
Yeah, that one. I can't get my finger to go the right direction.
Break away.
I got 2 of them put up. I need to put up the other 2.
I want y'all to know it's hell getting old.
Hank Allen Cash.
Hey, good
How you
morning,
doing,
Hank.
little girl? She's the youngest one that ever comes on our show. She can only stand about once every 2 weeks, though. But we love her. She's a good kid. Yeah, that's right, Lag.
I can only stand y'all about once a week.
Yeah. I'm surprised you came on my show, Scott. You've been on Tom's show like 3 weeks in a row, and you haven't been on mine until today.
Fridays have been, we've had something to do, but there was only one sale today, and I didn't want to drive all the way across town to go to one.
Yard sale or estate sale?
It's a church sale. The estate sales suck. So the one of the 2 good companies is having an estate sale, but evidently they are having an estate sale of somebody who in death they thought they were somebody because it's by appointment only. It's all fancy and all this expensive stuff. I'm like, you can't take it. You can't take it with you. What the hell?
Lag's got underwear older than Hank Allen Cash.
And the other 2, one company has gotten so expensive, I refuse to go anymore. Only except on half off. Harlan went yesterday and he called me. He's like, "Did you go by?" I'm like, "I told you I don't go to Lowe's on first day anymore." He goes, "Oh my God, don't even go last day. It sucked." I'm like,
I was out and about one day and stopped in an estate sale, and I walked around that thing, and I mean, they were paying or asking full Belk's price, if you know what a Belk's is. And I was walking out the door and down the stairs, and this other old guy walked up beside me, and he said, "You didn't buy anything either?" I said, "Man, I can't afford this stuff." He said, "What this company is allegedly known to do is that they price everything up high. Nobody buys very much stuff, and then they make the estate make them an offer on what's left, and then they sell it out on eBay or auctions or that kind of thing."
It's a bad way to do business.
So
If you don't watch out, you're gonna have to start hanging up a pint of blood every time you shave.
No, I'm gonna go get me a damn razor, the electric razor. I'll go get Sasha's. Not only I don't shave every day. That's the reason some days I start looking like Todd. Everything's all bushy white.
Like that.
Oh my Lord.
See, that's what you're going to look forward to, Scott. When all that, because I see it starting to get gray right here in the corners of your mouth. It's going to
It's
go
been
all
that way.
gray like that.
It's been that way for a while.
Go get you some Grecian formula and put on it. I'm sure you got some back there in your stock somewhere.
What makes you think that?
Because you're all into those health and beauty products.
That's the thumbnail for today's video.
What color do you want?
Dang. Have you got all that listed?
No, it's good. That's why I went to get it. It's going to get listed today. I listed one yesterday and sold it. I'm like, well, damn, I'll list the rest of them.
They made beard dye.
They're not home runs. I got $16.99 for one of them, which is a little over retail, but I bought them at 90% off, so I paid 99 cents and sold it for $16.99.
Todd, you need to go get you some of that colored hair dye and dye your beard and mustache like fluorescent green or something like that.
Yeah, it is St. Patrick's, isn't it?
I don't know. I know Krispy Kreme has their green glazed donuts. I might have to go get me and Roberta one dozen. You can't just Krispy Kremes are like you just can't eat one. You got to have two or six.
Yeah.
So I have not bought Grecian in a while. So Grecian, every now and then you can find the older boxes that have the different stuff in them. And if you do, those boxes are worth about $150. So I do check the Grecian every time I walk in, looking for the older formula.
St. Patrick's.
It's been at least 8 months that I found something. It sucks.
Old St. Pat, he brought Christianity to Ireland. Yay.
Yeah, I think I did sell some shit yesterday. It would have been right up your alley, Todd.
Okay. Aspads.
No.
Aspads and Grecian formula. That's all a young man like me needs.
Yeah.
No, it's called L'Oreal of Paris. It's called Colorista, the one-day washable temporary hairspray. It's purple.
Purple.
It's a little spray bottle. It's like it's about the same size as just a little feminine deodorant spray down there. So you don't make sure you don't get the wrong one. But it was another one that was 90% off. So I paid 69 cents and sold it for 10.
I would look so stupid. About like the time when I was about 17 and I tried that self-tanning stuff and I got it all over my hands and it turned my hands orange.
Scott, you must really be driving the daggum Amazon on the men's and women's diapers. Because I was looking for something on Amazon and I typed in men's eye and it just started the all the different pads and whatnot. I was looking for this, I think called imposters. It's fake fragrance, and they come in a little spray can. I was seeing if they had them for men. Roberta's got a bottle of red that she's had forever, and she doesn't wear it because she always wears the fake stuff.
Yeah, that hair dye. I've been picking it up at Walgreens. Walgreens has had it. I hadn't seen it in the last couple of weeks, but
Is it
it's
on sale?
yeah, they've marked it to 90% off because the manufacturer is changing formulas and boxes and colors and stuff. So that means those will sell pretty. I'll probably be out of those this, after the weekend. Most
Are you selling them on eBay,
nah, just Amazon
Amazon?
because people want it because they're so they want the same color they got now. They want they think that they changed the box or something's a little different. They're so vain they might not get the same color, so they'll pay more for that box. And
I'm gonna have mine dyed that purplish blue. You know, the old people have the old ladies. They go have. It's not color. They don't call it that. They call it something else anyway, and it always looks bluish purple.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have some of that put on my hair.
Town I used to teach had a group of ladies. We always called them the Blue Crew.
Anybody know who Mrs. Slocum is? That's your question of the day. Who was Mrs. Slocum?
I don't know.
Correct, Janessa. She's from the old British TV show Are You Being Served? And her hair was always a different. It was either light purple or light blue, light pink. It was always changing colors.
I remember a Saturday Night Live episode where Gilda Radner was pretending to do a commercial of stuff, and she was that playing the dumb one, and she was like,
damn it,
did it again. She went, she was talking to, whoever the host was, and she said, Mom, does your beaver stink?
That was
Rosanna Dana.
Rosanna Dana.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of her.
That's when Saturday Night Live was funny back in the beginning days. First of all, it was only came on like once a month, and we would stay up till 11 o'clock to watch that show.
Oh yeah, there were some classic shows, man. I never will forget John Belushi doing Samurai Night Fever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My favorite one, though, one of my favorite ones is Eddie Murphy singing "Too Hot for the Hot Tub."
That and
James Brown, "Too Hot for the Hot Tub."
when he did Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers is good too.
Yeah. Mr. Rogers.
Welcome to the hood.
Mr. Robinson.
Mr. Robinson. Welcome to the hood.
I got to go because there's the landlord knocking on the door. Who is that knocking on the door? Oh, that's Mr. Landlord wanting last month's rent.
He's going to crawl out the window.
Yeah. That was, he'd always put his coat back on. He'd take his sweater and hang it up, but then he'd crawl out the window. Yeah, those were the best in the genre. There's been a few shows they've had that's had good skits in them.
He's one who really changed his image because when he first started, man, he could give Richard Pryor a run for his money for just laying out the filth in a comedy show. Yeah. And then to change the all kid stuff that he's done with and a nicer image, it's hard to do, and he did a good job at it because when he did stand up, the
first thing other than Saturday Night Live I saw him on was actually a VHS, and he was in a red leather jumpsuit.
Oh yeah, Delirious.
Yeah.
That's
And
Delirious.
he was a hoot in that.
I have some ice cream. You didn't get none. You didn't get none. Because your father is an alcoholic.
And when he's talking about his aunt, whoever falling down the stairs too, that's really funny.
Yes. Hilarious.
He was funny. Cussed like a sailor.
He is funny.
Who is this? Sadie, what are you doing?
That would be my guess.
You
The can of spray paint gives him away.
Yeah, I know.
And the big drill press back there in the back.
And all the tools hanging around. Tool man's Taylor right there. Oh yeah.
Thought I could pull it off.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Today's wood is hoe. Can you say hoe?
I think one of the best movies that he made though was Nights. Damn it, just went out of my night. Harlem Nights.
No,
Yeah.
Coming to him. He was really funny in Coming to America.
Yeah, but I really didn't like that.
I liked his
I've
first.
seen it like 20 times.
I mean, I'll watch it. I won't turn it off or turn the channel if nothing else is on. But
I liked the first Beverly Hills Cop.
yeah,
Where he shoved
I
that
like it
banana
just
out
like
the
Della Reese.
tailpipe.
Scott, do you have a couple heaters plugged in or something? You keep tripping a breaker or something?
I wonder if this heat dish is what's doing it.
If you got something, yeah, maybe.
Oh, but it's turned off. It's still got power to it.
Huh. I was just curious. That happens to me in my garage at home. Sometimes if I plug more than one little heater in or something.
You need to go ahead and let's find out which breaker it is and go get you another breaker because that's going to irritate the hell out of you until you get it fixed. And just go get you a breaker and change it. Because here, if you ran the microwave and Roberta ran her hairdryer at the same time, it knocked out a whole side of the house. So we just went and spent $4 for a dadgum breaker and swapped it out.
$4, was it 1922 or?
No, okay. It was less than $10. I know that.
He switched from the screw-in breakers to a flip breaker.
Hey man, I sold some of them recently. Someplace up north is still using those things because I shipped I must have shipped a dozen of them up to Boston.
Boston.
And I switched it out and haven't had any problems since then.
You can expect your produce to be going up here shortly, fellers.
Oh, hell. Really?
Yeah, this California issue's causing a lot of problems around the country for produce prices.
What, the trucking to get them out of California?
The flooding, yeah.
Flooding.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just wait till all this record snow starts melting. The one nice thing is Lake Mead will receive a lot of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they better hurry up and crank up and find out and start bringing up all those dead bodies they keep finding on the bottom of the lake. I was watching a YouTube video, and it was by the local news for out there. And the reporter said that a lot of unsolved mysteries have been solved.
What's this concrete block with 2 feet stuck in it?
Yeah. I guess they could pull enough DNA from it and then say, did you have a loved one disappear during this period? Let's see if we can get a match. Yeah, I believe he did have one called Raw.
A shipment is out for delivery. Nice.
You know, he was and Delirious, he was not very politically correct in that one, and he didn't care. I think that's back when people had a backbone and a sense of humor, and they just didn't get butthurt over everything. So, what are you up to, Mr. Sadie?
Working on a forklift that one of our employees got drunk and rolled over.
Are you kidding?
The cage is right there on the floor. It's actually in two pieces. I just got it sitting there. Yeah, he no longer works for us.
I would think not.
Yeah, one time rolling a forklift and you're pretty done, aren't you?
Yeah. OSHA kind of frowns on that stuff.
Well, if you need a tractor, James Tractor Supply around in our area is giving you a free forklift attachment for if you buy that gum tractor. So you spend $30,000 to get an $1,800 set of forklift forks to go on the front of it.
Mine used to be like it's a Quick Trip cup. It's one of my favorite cups. I use it every day. I can't find them like I used to. I used to be able to find them all over the place.
And Shauna says
It
Christmas
fits in
items are selling good.
Christmas items were?
It's only you
Can't
gotta
use
love
plastic anymore for cups. That's anti-social or whatever.
Right.
Anti-environmental.
Yeah, you better get your Christmas stuff. It's only 283 days till Christmas.
Well, stock market opened in the red.
Oh, the stock market, I tell you, it's really depressing is what it is. Hang on, I'm going to cut my heat off. I don't want you to hear.
Uh,
34 days, honey.
Telemarketer, no thanks.
I'm gonna tell you what, if you ever call me, you better make sure I can see your name. Because if it says unknown or spam risk, you're gonna get the big red button.
You ain't having it, are you, Tom?
I'm tired of people wanting to sell me extension on my auto maintenance and Medicare.
I always answer my phone. Bob Shitters, how can I help you? We got a shitter that'll fit everybody.
That's right.
Yeah, mine's always Joe's Mortuary. You stab them, we slab them.
I like it.
But yeah, if it's unknown or what, I'm telling you, iPhone has the best feature. If you're not in my list, if you're not in my contact list, it's silent. I never see
it. Yeah, I very seldom answer my phone unless it's somebody I really need to talk to. I hate talking on the phone.
It'll tell you, a silence to call, and then you can decide what to do with it.
Yeah.
Back when I bowled, one of the guys that was on my team, he owned a septic service. They pumped out your septic tanks, and they also had the porta-johns. And he said when he started creating the company, he wanted to call it Shitters or Us, and his wife said, no, we will not be calling it that.
What's a Christmas draw? China.
And if it's a vendor or somebody calling me, I always answer World Headquarters. Can I help you?
Lag, why are you calling Tom?
He's just being sarcastic. I just don't.
It probably is lag.
Lag's probably worried about Tom's blood loss.
Yeah, I'm fine now. I feel like I've stopped bleeding all over
You're
everything.
not faint.
Yeah, I didn't fall out, so I'm okay. That's all right. You young guys will find out how it is once you get old and your skin gets thin. And yeah, Lag sarcastic. Yep. He's always sarcastic. Texas.
He's going to offer you an extended car warranty.
You know what? I know there's a lot more important problems that the U.S. has. I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. If you can get something done to stop all these damn unsolicited phone calls, you probably get my vote. I want to be able to push a button and they can't hang up. It keeps the line open. And then I can take another phone and dial somebody and they can track to find out where it's at. Because we get calls that says like our hospital system, which Roberta and I are both really involved in the hospital system around here. So we answer it, and it'll be some bullshit, or a car warranty, or a Medicare, or Spectrum.
You know how you get your name off a list very quickly?
How's that?
Well, when they call, you start to explicitly tell them what you want to do to their family members. They generally hang up on you and don't call back.
Right. Well, I'm concerned that they'll put us on some kind of hot list, irritate the hell out of it.
No, because me and my brother we were having this contest back when he was reselling, and they were calling during the pandemic. It was like every hour. Hold on a second, I gotta tell the marketer. He'd come back and go, "Yeah, I told them I wanted to stick it up his wife's rear and on." He go, he's like, I think I got 13 seconds before they hung up on me.
My dad used to tell, which back in those days, it wasn't like everybody calling every hour. My dad would say, "Look, I don't got enough. I'm worried about paying the power bill. I don't care about whatever you're selling." And that's not the case, but that's what he always told them.
My brother is crazy. He would tell them, "Now, what time do you get off? Because I'm gonna be there to run the train on you and your whole family."
God dang.
He's like the more creative I could come up with, the faster they hang up. And he got to where he liked messing with the people so much. I was on the phone with him one day, and he goes, "You know what? I'm not getting any phone calls anymore." He's like, "Watch this," and he went in his phone. He's like, all of his people that he had blocked or whatever. He's like, "I'm gonna unblock everybody. Let's bring them all back."
If we didn't get solicitation phone calls, we wouldn't get any calls. My mother calls once in a while. Vanya calls once in a while. Roberta's mother calls once in a while.
I knew somebody in college named Vanya. That's an interesting name.
Ivan.
Yeah.
His real name is Ivan, and that's Vanya is the affectionate form of Ivan, like Tommy is to Thomas, and Bobby is to Robert.
Her name really was Vanya. Alabama Vanya.
Wow.
Speaking of calls, I had to cancel my debit card the other day because I got a Amazon Prime. I don't know what it was. It was an Amazon Prime payment that showed up for $150. I don't have any kind of thing like that. I do have Amazon Prime, but I pay monthly. It's like $15 a month or something, or $20, whatever. It's not $150. I don't know where they got it from. So I tried to call Amazon's number,
Give up.
which I'm not. And, well, I got a guy, and he's like, go to the Apple Store and open it up in your computer. So I've seen enough YouTube videos to know that ain't going in a good direction, you know. So I just immediately hung up and I called and canceled my card. I don't know. I got nervous. Hellfire, I got nervous.
First of all, Amazon doesn't. They don't put together a package until you paid for it.
Yeah, I don't have any idea what it was about. I tried and calling and trying to find out anything like that through Amazon's just ridiculous. So I'm not very. I'm sure there's probably an easy way to do it for somebody that's well versed in Amazon, but I'm not. So I used to sell on Amazon, but I never had to contact them very often for much.
You know, we used to get computer issues, you know, computer repair calls, but we don't get those anymore. It's all damn Medicare and warranties on your car.
That's exactly what it was, Leg. That's exactly the kind of vibe I was getting. I don't know if I called the wrong number.
Have you seen the call where the guy is calling from the IRS and he reaches the chief of police in like Podunk, North Carolina? She's just stringing his butt out. And it's a scam. You know, it's that IRS scam. Because first of all, IRS does not call you. IRS sends you a certified letter, and if they happen to call you, it's just too late. And they don't have to send the police department after you or the sheriff's department.
Right. Yeah, I've got that call before.
They are the popo. But people, it's like my mom. I told my mom's 89, going on 89 this year. Yeah, if the IRS calls, the IRS will not call. So just hang up.
That's kind of confusion.
Because one year my brother his company got audited. Nothing they did wrong. It was just one of those, you know, we haven't ever messed with him, so let's mess with him this year. And they sent a letter saying when they would be at his office and at what time they'd be at his office. And it was concerning these issues. So when they got there, Terry CPA was with them, and they looked at all their paperwork and they asked to see something else, and the CPA said, "No, we don't have to supply you with that." And he says, "So we'll have to start the procedure over again." And the guy said, "Okay, whatever, we'll just do that." And they never came back to him. But they didn't do anything wrong. It was just, like I said, one of their cursory audits. But
have those 86,000 new.
They will tell you what time they're going to be at your place of employment or your home.
Are those new 86,000 IRS agents on the job this year?
I thought they cut them loose.
Or they didn't decide to do that?
I don't know what happened with that.
Roberta said they stopped that.
Oh.
So if Scott doesn't say something and Roberta does, you know it's true. Good morning, Bridget. I'm already packed, and it's 2 weeks out.
Oh, your cruise time?
Yeah, I'm going with my brother. my sister-in-law was in the hospital and she can't go, and so I'm going to go
Bridget.
with them.
Hey, Bridget.
Bridget needs to come on here and tell us how to really resell.
First of all, she's going to tell us to get the hell off of YouTube and list. You got to have 50 to 100 things listed a day.
I think I listed 7 yesterday.
Todd was to list 50 items in a day. Gwen would have to have him on life support.
My head would explode, I think. I think the most I've ever listed in one day was like 35, and it was something easy like a bunch of comic books or something, just front, back, and go. But yeah, I don't do. I sell too much stuff that has to be cleaned or tested or whatever.
Every time I got time to list, I end up playing poker.
Yeah.
Bridget. Scott can tell me more about how to do it, huh, Bridget? Bridget's got systems too. She doesn't just list. She got the organization down. Bridget,
I have
when's
like
the last time you couldn't find something in inventory?
I have like 76 total listings. Bridget probably did that before breakfast.
Oh. Two-man saws.
You know, in the episode in A Christmas Carol, you know, Mr. Cratchit's always sitting at a desk and Scrooge is always sitting at his desk, and that's how I feel like it is at Bridget's house. She's sitting at Mr. Scrooge's desk, and poor old Chris is sitting at Cratchit's desk. And
you lost something on Monday?
You can find a Hallmark tree.
Hallmark tree. Oh.
How do you ship up? Do you sell them on? You don't sell them on eBay, do you, Bridget? Them two-man saws, or do you?
She used to.
Are those the ones that's like 6 feet long?
Yeah, they're big. She sells those old school, like,
yeah, but
Paul Bunyan type saws.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool. I like them, but
Yeah.
Sadie just listed a forklift.
He dropped once. Did it mess up the engine and all that bad, or did it just structurally?
No, it's electric, and no, it survived.
Someone didn't put it there. So you're gonna blame it on Chris? There's no way you could have misshelved something.
Yeah, poor old Chris gets blamed for everything, I'm sure. I didn't have this problem until you retired and you're in my mess. Richard, are y'all still getting wintry weather up there? Cold, snow, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, we've got a bigger gas forklift, John.
Yeah. If the cold weather's coming here next week, surely to God she's getting snow. Because it's going to be freezing here 4 days in a row.
So you're still getting a lot of snow? God bless you.
Yeah, same here, Scott. It's supposed to really drop the next few days.
This weather's just got everything is in bloom around here. Peaches will probably cost you a damn fortune this year.
If you're going keto, they don't cost you anything.
Because you don't eat it.
What do you got there, Todd?
Gold 1950. I'm rich. Going to 2000, I bet, before all the banking crisis gets solved.
And this
Sell it all.
And this my question is, who would want to move up there?
I don't know. Did they actually ride around and look at Buffalo? Last time I was there, it was a. I'm trying to think of a nice way to put shithole.
See, and Bridget's making all the money. She don't want all the resellers moving up there, so she always badmouths it. Unlike, Alabama. Oh, there's so much stuff to find down here, and everybody and their brothers moving there from North Carolina and every place else. Do you ever see? I can't even remember what his name is now. It's been so long. The guy that moved from up near Raleigh.
Oh, big boy.
Yeah.
Very rare. Last thing I knew, his house was for sale. I don't know if they moved out of the area or not.
Well, Bridget, why don't you move? She says, I hate New York.
She don't want to leave that auction house she goes to and gets all those killer deals.
Well, at least she could leave during the winter.
They
Get
just
her a summer
at the end
place
of an
in
auction,
Florida.
they just bring her a couple $1,000 worth of stuff and say, "Would you bid $2 for this?"
Yeah. Yeah, I know your mom is still up there.
Wow, that's a long life.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
When mom goes to her great reward, a week later, Bridget will have her place up for sale, and she's moving south. The kids can just do whatever they want to do. And if Chris doesn't want to go, he can stay too.
Watch, the second that Bridget decides to move, they'll build a new Disneyland in New York.
Yeah.
I'm not quite there, Lag. I'm pretty close.
I take the under on that one.
Well, my mom will be 89 this year. My brother Larry, he will be 71 in November.
Oh, he must be the genius of the family.
Actually, he's an asshole, but I love him anyway because he's. We say that about each other. My younger brother is Terry, and we all say that about each other. It's just brotherly love. You know how that is. That's your Sadie. That's your real name, isn't it, Larry?
Yeah, Larry's my. I'm actually a junior.
I hope that name is not hereditary. I asked my mom, I said, why did you name me Thomas? And she says, because I like the name Tommy. So I was a Tommy until I graduated from high school. I've never gone by Thomas.
When's your auction night, Scott? Is that tonight or tomorrow night or?
It was last night.
Friday night?
Thursday
Oh, it was last night.
Did you sell anything?
How'd you do?
I had 3 or 4 good items and a bunch of just regular stuff. So I don't know why countertop ice makers do really well up there. I picked one up for I think $8. I got 56 out of it. I had a camera that I paid a couple bucks for a yard sale. It went for 60.
Was it?
It was worth maybe 30 on eBay. I don't know why it went to 60.
Wow.
And I had two other items in the 50-60. I had 4 items in the 50-60 range. Was it?
You I'm telling you, it's a live auction. Is it a live auction or is it?
It's online.
It's online. Just one more time. It's like a gambler playing Texas Hold'em.
Shit.
Who's that lady standing behind you there?
I know it's not Joni because it's raining, so she's gonna tell me like 100 times a day everything hurts.
It's
Are your power lines underground, Scott, or you got pole lines still?
They're underground.
how long? The garage is not that old, is it?
This is the most it's ever done it. Usually it'll do it one time and it'll be 3 or 4 months before it does it again.
You need to. Yeah, you just need to find out which breaker it is and switch that thing out right now. It'll either solve the problem or it'll be so strong that it'll trip and it'll burn.
Or burn down the garage.
What do you mean find
It
the
could be
breaker?
short.
I keep resetting the same one. I know which breaker it is.
Okay. Well, when you get off this chat, you go ahead and snatch it out, and if you feel comfortable doing that, let me throw that in there. I don't want Joni suing me. You told my stupid old man to pull that breaker out, and now he's dead.
Yeah, it's real hard
If you
to
got
snap one out.
If you got a voltmeter handy, you can see what it's drawing, Scott. If it's drawing more than it's rated for, then you probably got a problem, a short somewhere or something.
Is anything on it except the lights?
Just LED lights.
Yeah, they don't draw much.
One of them could be bad though, causing some problems, I guess.
Could.
Well, if nothing else, you need to call an electrician.
I ain't calling shit.
You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, you can find just about anything on YouTube.
Oh, so John, speaking of this, so this is really strange. You know, I battled the mice out in the van, not squirrels, they're mice. Come on now. And I hadn't seen one in a while. So when I got home from the auction Monday, I was drinking, I don't know, a bottle of water like this. I had maybe that much left in it. It's got a Propel electrolyte water with. I grabbed some medicine out of the van Tuesday morning and picked up the bottle to throw away. A fucking mouse had got in the bottle and drowned in the shit.
Okay.
So I'm saving this one to go put it in the van and see if I can catch another one.
Scott, your girlfriend that's sitting on the other side of this monitor, she drinks that same kind of crap in her water, that Propel electrolytes.
Yeah, I'm trying a new one. There's one that's supposed to be better for keto. It's called Element. It's got more salt and more.
Is that the one that you tried that you didn't like?
No, this one's Drip Drop. Drip Drop.
Drip Drop?
Yeah.
She tried one that she didn't like.
Yeah, that was one of the ones that was suggested, but yeah, the Element was a sample pack was I think $20, and then I had a link from a YouTuber that got doubled it. So I'm like, you know what, whatever, I'll try it.
It's so you got a lot going on this weekend, y'all. Since Todd had to go kiss his bride this morning.
I had
back.
to get the. I already did that. I got to get the trash to the curb.
You
Man,
need to
there's
get you one of those battery-powered trash can rollers that just takes it out and puts it where you want it at.
You need to find a neighborhood kid that'll do it for $1 a week, and I saw that story of a kid. I think it might have been TikTok or something. A kid who started doing the neighborhood for $1 a week, taking out the cans, and he ended up having several hundred homes that he would just get on his bike and ride house to house and take all the cans out and bring them back. When he got home from school, he'd take them all back in.
Yeah, there's a guy on the other
That's
side
amazing.
of Conroe Road that does that, and he takes them out the night before, and then he rolls them back in the same day that they pick up the trash. He apparently makes a couple of $100 a week off of it.
That's good thinking.
Well, you know,
Solve a problem. Solving a problem.
it's good. I mean, people don't want to mess with it. They don't want to have to deal with it, and they don't want to have to remember it. Because it's not like in the days when they used to come to, they come to your backyard and get your trash cans and roll them out front. Do y'all remember those days?
Yeah.
No.
Well, who wouldn't pay $1 just to not have to worry about it ever again,
Yeah. But then again, y'all probably don't remember the milkman. When we lived in Charleston, the Coburg man came by once a week.
That'd be a no.
Do what?
Not at all.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Plains Dairy guy would come by in his little truck and his striped overalls. And, yeah.
That was the big transformation for you, Tom, when you had to stop, and then you didn't have to milk cows anymore.
Yeah. No, I've never lived on a farm. Never have I lived on a farm. I've always lived in the suburbs or the city.
Go muck the stalls and milk the cows.
My country cousins used to give me hell when I got to stay with my grandmother during the summer because she lived on a farm. And my cousins all were involved in the farming industry as teenagers. And I'd go down there and, well, the city kids here, Charleston is here.
Yep.
My grandmother up until her 80s, during the summer she would string tobacco, if you know what that is. Back in that time they would crop the tobacco manually, and then they had a tobacco stick, which was a 1.5 inch by 6 foot long wooden stick, and they would tie the tobacco onto it, and then they would put it up in the tobacco barn secure. And I learned how to drive a tractor, pulling a tobacco trailer, a drag, back from the fields up to where they would crop it, and then taking an empty one back. And I was having a good old time because I was 13 and I didn't know how to do any of that kind of stuff. And then at the end of the week, when I got paid, I was like, oh, I was doing it for fun. I didn't know I was getting paid. I thought I was just doing this to stay busy. Good times.
Yeah, it works for a little while, and then they realize three of my grandkids they live on a farm with all the animals and stuff, and the only one of them left now that's not old enough to do it. But the first two, they were, they had at 13, 14 years old, they're driving the farm truck around doing all the feeding every morning, every evening. And they loved it because they got a chance to drive and all that stuff underage. But after about 6 months, they're like, wait a minute, this ain't fun anymore.
Well, see, that's my whole thing about driving, period, is I got my my restricted driver's license. I could drive during the daylight by myself without another driver in the car. When I was 15 years old and 6 months, 15 years, 6 months old, I got my driver's license. And I started delivering and picking up drawings and paperwork from my dad. And you know what? It was fun in the beginning, but it got real old because there was nothing fun about going to attorney's office and picking up paperwork or dropping off paperwork. Leg, you've been an ass today.
Yeah,
Today.
I was born in 1957, not 1857. We had telephones.
Tom and I drove steam-powered tractors to school.
We had
Plowed the fields with the mules and the.
we had real paper and ballpoint pens and pencils, not using the quill. Let's just go ahead and get that in order right now.
Oh, come on,
I
Tom.
thought you had an inkwell with a fountain pen.
No, we had ballpoint pens.
A feather.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
You know, that's the whole thing about the Harry Potter series is, you know, it's modern time, and they're still using quills instead of a good old ballpoint pen.
Tom still cusses at the self-serve gas pumps. You think
Say that again, Todd?
You think that guy in the uniform should still come out the door of the gas station and pump your gas for you?
Man, they haven't had full-service pumps in years.
Hey, Harry. Good morning.
They didn't even have full-service pumps when I started driving.
Yeah.
Everything was self-serve.
Y'all remember back in the day when Walmart still had cashiers?
So, Tom, how excited were you when in inclement weather, instead of crank starting in front of the car, you could put a key in it?
Oh, that was amazing. You know, and my dad had his pilot's license, and he and three other guys had a 172 Cessna 172, and we'd go out to the airport, and you know, in that one you just stuck a key in and twisted it, and the engine cranked up. But there were some guys out there that had some of the older planes where they'd have to get out there and spin that prop. It was a 2-man job.
Is that how you really
I won't do it.
spinning? Is that how you really cut your face spinning a 2-man prop?
Yeah.
Well, a bunch of the starters used to have a pedal on the floorboard of the car to start the car instead of a key ignition.
Every now and then, if you get one of those semi-older cars, it's got that little silver button on the left-hand side. If you sit there and click it a couple times, it'll start your car.
Right.
Let me tell you what, Lag. There was a reason 4 people owned this little plane that was about the size of a Volkswagen Beetle. The cabin of it was. It's because it is expensive owning a plane. I mean, real expensive. And this was just a little 172, one engine.
Anissa, we know you go to full service. All you got to do is slide over into New Jersey, and they pump your gas for you. It's amazing. When I travel through New Jersey, I always time my gas stop so that they can fill up the car or the van, whatever I'm driving. And the prices are generally a little less than Pennsylvania, which is even. I'm like, so you're gonna pump my gas for free and charge me less? I'm there. Only good thing about New Jersey, nothing else is good.
Turnpike Interstate.
Yeah, I miss the old full. My in-laws own a trucking company right down the street here, and they have a gas station that they mainly use for their trucks, but they're open to the public, and it's all full service.
They had one here in town, over here in Ballantyne, which is the real rich area.
Do they come out and wash your windshield and check your oil?
Well, mine they do, because he knows who I am. It's funny how you get treated different if you know the guy's boss that well, you know.
Yeah.
But I I missed the full service stations. I know that.
My uncle had a gas station at the corner of 501 and 301 in Conway, South Carolina, because during the summertime, all the beach traffic going to Myrtle Beach. And then when I was staying with my grandmother, a couple of days of the week, I'd go over and help him at his gas station and pumping gas and washing windows, the windshields and all that kind of stuff. Because he didn't want people messing with his pumps. That was his thing, He's got slave labor. My cousin, she did it for a while, and then her younger brother, he did it for a while, and I would help out when I'd go down there.
I pumped gas for a living for quite a few years at a county cab company. It's a pretty big cab company here in town. It used to be. Uber kind of put them almost out of business nowadays, but
yeah. Now, how far do you actually live from St. Louis?
22 miles.
Okay.
Well, 22 miles from my work to home, but I'm actually about 15 miles outside of St. Louis County.
Okay. Eric says my first job was at Grandpa's full service station, and I ain't old.
Yeah, I listened to it again the other day. I love the story. Nick Saban tells about growing up in West Virginia. His dad owned a gas station, and he was always dirty. He tried to get a date with his wife, but she always had this boyfriend that she never would give him the time of day. And he was just a little country boy that was always dirty. And she finally went out with him when he was a senior. And so I forget how many years they've been together, a long time. And he says, we went back to one of these reunions of all the people we knew. And he said, I drove by the gas station because now that fella owns the gas station. And he said, I thought I was going to be real smart. And I told Miss Terry, see, look at there. If it weren't for me, that'd be your life right there. You'd be a gas station owner. He said, Miss Terry looked right at me and said, I'll be damned. If I married him, he'd be the head coach of University of Alabama.
Right.
He tells it way better than I think. He's got a lot more details. Every time I hear it, it cracks me up. It's a funny story.
That's good. Yeah.
And you got a daughter that's living away from home? I thought all your kids were young.
No, she's got like a 29-year-old.
Oh, that's right. 29, 27, and then the twins.
The twins are like 14. Her youngest ones are like 14. She put it in the chat the other days on the thing I remember.
She is she spaced them last two out.
Yeah,
all right,
my in-laws own antler trucking. Go ahead, Tom.
I was about to say I've got to get out of here. You've got 3 kids living away from home.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You've got 5.
She's got the twins left.
Yeah. Yeah, that was what I bet you won't ever forget those margaritas.
Yeah, I got to get the shipping and listing. I'm at the 14th.
You need to find out about that light issue, your electrical issue you're having there.
Yeah, I hate for this person not to get their Alka-Seltzer gum in a timely manner.
Yeah.
Hi, Glenn.
Hey, Glenn.
You've been listening all this time and not making any comments?
Hey, Swamp. What's up, buddy?
All right, Todd, I got to get out of here. Y'all have a great weekend.
Good. We're tired of you.
Yeah, get the hell on.
That's right. I'm gone. Bye.
Go clean yourself up.
Get on. All right, let's go hit the switch again. See how long it lasts this time.
All right. They did come back on. it's about time to go to work. I got my
Yeah.
4
Fine.
packages to ship. Oh, I got a Facebook Marketplace pickup today, so
It's about time to go
there's
make some
that.
break.
I gotta go
Yep.
pick up some steel.
Fix that roll cage on those
Yeah,
bumper cars that your work calls forklifts.
I went and bought some more tools at Harbor Freight yesterday. I don't normally buy tools from Harbor Freight, but I went in there and I got like a half a cart full of stuff for like $80. You can't hardly beat that price.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the tool. You know, if you just need a
Yeah,
file
exactly.
for 2 or 3 jobs, you don't want to buy an expensive file from Lowe's or Home Depot.
Right. Or if you need a specialty tool that you're going to use like once or twice or 3 times, but you just don't want to go rent one or something, you know.
Yeah.
When I was rebuilding the front end on my truck, I went and bought like tie rod end tools. You know, that's a specialty tool, and they're like $40 there. And then watch YouTube, and you can figure out what you're doing.
Dippy eggs.
I can't just drive it to your house and let you do it.
Well, you could. I'll do it for you.
Walter Payton
I
wish I lived-
bucks.
I wish I lived closer, Scott. I'd come help you figure out your electrical issue.
It looks like it's not that big a deal now that you know just buy the springs and everything together, and that way you don't have to worry about compressing them.
Right.
Because I don't think it's that much more expensive. Just maybe a little bit, but it's worth the effort.
Yeah, it's worth it.
But now I've gotten a drill from them before, and it lasted about 6 months, and then the motor blew up, started smoking, and yeah, that was not a good tool from Harbor Freight.
You're good at smoking stuff, aren't you?
Yeah.
Lawnmowers, tools.
Somebody, some YouTuber used to get all of his stuff on Harbor Freight discount and sell it.
Yeah, I'm a member. I get, if you sign up for the membership every year, you get an extra, you know, whatever it is. But I mean, you can't beat their. I don't know if there's too much money to be. I guess there is if you really went through the store. And like any other store, there's probably items you can make money on, but I don't know. There's so much of that stuff listed online too. People are trying to sell it, you know.
But if you just need a basic hammer, Harbor Freight's is pretty good.
Oh yeah, you just can't beat it. I don't even know how they sell some of the stuff for the prices they sell it for and make any money.
Good old crowbar or something.
Yeah, impact sockets. I mean, they're decent. They're not, you know, snap on or anything, but they get the job done.
Stock's
Is that
going down.
I tell you, I'm half tempted just to cash out and just take the hit. That's how bad I feel about the stock market right now.
I thought you did.
No, we changed companies. Last year at the end of the year, we changed companies, and
Hope you're not heavily invested into bank stocks.
no,
That Credit Suisse went down 25%. God.
I'm down 3% for 12 months.
I got out about a year ago.
You got out at the right time.
No, I should have gotten out in January of 2022.
Well,
I
yeah,
waited around until it was like April Fool's Day that I got out.
yeah. No, you
I
did all
lost
right.
a bunch. Yeah,
It would
went
have been a
down
lot
on
worse had
down
you
from
stuck
there.
around. I
That's for
probably,
sure.
Yeah, I probably lost the $20,000 since you tapped out.
Ugh.
It's going to get worse.
It's hateful because
Yeah,
now
that's
I just got
If y'all not paying attention, Credit Suisse or Suisse or whatever they're called is having to take money from the Swiss central bank because they're going under.
Pamp
yeah, it's going to
Swiss
be a domino effect.
is a
The same people who are telling you it's going to be nominal are the same ones who told you to take the shot and shut up.
yep.
Have y'all seen all the stuff that's come out now about that SVB bank? They knew it was going to happen, so they the week before they paid all these extravagant bonuses and all this craziness.
Yeah, and they had these liberal
Yeah.
finance guys pumping it up just a few weeks ago. They were pumping that thing all up like it's going to be, like it's the most stable thing on earth.
They had that idiot Kramer on TV telling everybody, "Oh, that's the next great stock."
So
Yeah, exactly. I saw that.
I can tell you one thing: if he says it's the next whatever, you do the exact opposite.
and
Yeah,
some of
you need
those
to fade him for sure.
California Silicon Valley bank executives sold like $15 million worth of their personal stock like a week
Right before
before
it
it
happened.
crashed. Yeah,
Imagine that. Was Nancy Pelosi on the list?
probably.
I was about to say it's almost like the inordinate ability of the Pelosi's and the rest of Congress to pick stocks and get out of stocks.
Right. Yeah. They're smarter than the rest of us, apparently.
hmm Anyway, at least gold and silver's up. There's that.
Yeah,
1953,
Bitcoin's on
we
the
went up another $3 since 20 minutes ago. We're going to the moon. It could go to 2000 before the end of business today. Ta ta ta.
That's good.
All right,
We
folks.
need something stable to offset all this nonsense.
Yeah, lag. I'm ready to buy too. I cashed out, and it's just been sitting in a money market or what do you call it? One of those low interest bearing accounts. I ain't selling gold until I'll probably take the gold to my grave. They'll bury me with it.
I don't think that's how it works. You can tell
Well,
them that, but Gwen's probably going to be selling it the very next day.
yeah. Except for that money I've got earmarked for Sadie in my will. It's all going
Yeah, I was gonna say
into the casket
we have
with me.
we have we have plans for your gold. Don't you go making any changes.
All right, folks. Monday, 8 a.m. Be there, be square. Everybody have a good weekend. Get out and make those
Have a good
garage
weekend.
sales and all that stuff. Bye.
Later.
Peace out.